So what? No, it's your boy, Blazing Man with the Raging Sun, the Blazing Star, right back with another one. In today's quick live stream, we will talk about the correlation between your attention and your imagination. As far as I'm concerned, not even I, beyond me, as far as reality is concerned, your imagination builds. I meant to say your goddamn attention builds your goddamn imagination. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get right into it. Let's just waste no motherfucking time. Whatever you pay attention to will be what's on your imagination. It is pretty simple and pretty straightforward, but let's just dive into it for the sake of details and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Imagine this right here. No pun intended, but imagine this right here, right? Imagine this right here. You pay attention to, let's just make some stupid example. Let's just say you pay attention to cookies 24/7. You like cookies, you love to eat cookies, you're obsessed with goddamn cookies, right? You pay attention to cookies 24/7. When you're awake, you fiend for cookies, etc., okay? So you focusing on cookies 24/7 builds you imagining cookies 24/7. Now you daydream about cookies, now you fantasize about cookies, now you fiend for cookies. All on your mind is goddamn cookies, you know what I'm saying? And it's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It is that simple when it comes to how your imagination even comes to be. Your imagination is all about what you focus on. What you focus on builds what you dream of. And without getting too much ahead of myself, without talking too soon, and without getting straight to the point, let's just keep this in mind right here. Everything you do in your life is based on your imagination. How you do it, how you move, how you act, how you carry yourself, your whole character is based off your goddamn imagination. And to even go one step back, your imagination is based what you pay attention on, what you pay attention to when you're awake and whatnot. Whatever you pay attention to will be your imagination. And on the flip side, your imagination builds your character. Who you are right now is all because of a certain way of imagination within you, because of a certain imagination within you, right? When you imagine yourself in a certain way, you will be a certain way. It is that simple, like your wish is granted 24/7. Life is very generous when it comes to realization, as far as having your wishes met, internally speaking. Whatever you wish to be like internally, you will be that way. It is pretty common and pretty straightforward in that type of aspect of life. Your imagination builds who you are. You only are the way you are because of your goddamn imagination and whatnot. So keep that shit in mind. It's pretty simple, and some might even, it's not even surface level, because if this would to be surface level, everybody would practice what I'm preaching, but nobody does. So this ain't even surface level, even though it sounds surface level, but that's just that, man. That's a whole different story. You see, people label shit as also surface level. But if something is also surface level, why is nobody practicing what everybody's preaching, which people label as goddamn surface level? It doesn't make any sense. It does make zero sense whatsoever, man. It just fucking don't make any sense, man. You cannot make that shit up, man. You cannot make that shit up, man. People are quick to label something as common sense, surface level. I already knew this is so obvious. But when it comes to actually goddamn preaching, I meant to say when it's actually time to practice what everybody has been preaching, which people label as common sense, nobody does that shit. Nobody does that shit. So as far as I'm concerned, common sense is not something which is also common. You see, in my opinion, you're only able to allow, I'm fucking retarded. How can I convey this message properly without no misunderstandings? You're only allowed to talk about something if you truly understand it. There we go. You're only able to talk about something if you truly understand it. We're all sick and tired of people who are fake and phony and virtual signaling and whatnot beyond online shit. So, you're only really justified, or like you're only really entitled, for the lack of better words, to talk about something if you truly understand it. You know what I'm saying? You need to truly understand shit, because if you don't understand shit, it is goddamn retarded to talk about shit you don't even understand. So, goddamn, it is crazy how many people virtual signal online and even in real life. This goes beyond some online shit. Everybody virtual signals for the sake of sounding suave, for the sake of being seen in a better way. This is actually a very perfect segue. When it comes to, when we talk about people wanting to be seen a certain way, this also has to deal with attention because people are geeked and goddamn crazy of attention. Attention is like a severe drug nowadays. People go crazy for attention and people like attention and they like how others see them. They like to be seen in a very nice light by others, online and in real life. So, this is something which is very crazy in nowadays times. The geekness of attention, if that even is a word, but let's just make a word up. The geekness of attention. Everybody's geeked of attention. Everybody's geeked of attention. People will goddamn diminish their soul. They will crush their values when it comes to getting some attention. Like, somebody will go with just anybody as long as that person is giving them attention. You get what I'm saying? People have very little self-respect nowadays. They have very little self-respect nowadays. As long as they're getting attention, they will go crazy for that person, you know what I'm saying? And this is essentially all because of their imagination, because they imagine themselves to be somebody of low value. When you imagine yourself to be of low value, you will just accept everybody as long as the person is giving you some attention. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with very low self-esteem will just mix and mingle with everybody as long as that person is giving them some sort of attention, focus, time, and even a little care. You know what I'm saying? And this is something which is very common in nowadays times, unfortunately. Well, it's not even unfortunate, it's everybody's making. It is how it is, man. It is what it is, man. It all goes back to you imagining yourself in a certain way, which is screaming, I ain't shit, I don't deserve shit, I don't deserve shit, all this kind of crazy shit, man. All this kind of crazy shit going inside of your head, man. Everybody's imagination is like predicated on something which goes against their favor, essentially, which is goddamn a big phenomenon in nowadays times. For some strange reason in this society, everybody has been tricked to believe that that there ain't shit, and they don't deserve something. But then again, it might be justified, because people ain't doing shit anyways. Nowadays we have people being very invested in some shit like, oh, TikTok is being banned. I mean, of course you will feel like you ain't shit if you pay attention to shit which ain't shit, which is also a perfect correlation to this title. Whatever you pay attention to, whatever you focus on with your mind, whatever you give attention to, will be how you're imagining yourself. And how you imagine yourself is goddamn the basis of your whole life, as far as how your character is shaped. So, it is only natural for a person to feel like that person ain't shit if they pay attention to shit which also ain't shit. Like, if you pay attention to some shit like, TikTok is being banned, my life will be ass, yada yada yada, Elon Musk saved me, oh my god, TikTok is being banned. If you pay attention to some stupid shit like that with all of your heart and soul and care, of course you will be like a person in character who ain't shit accordingly. Because now you imagine yourself in a way which ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? All because you was paying attention to shit which also ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So you are what you pay attention to make it even more simpler. And it's crazy. It never really fails with humans nowadays. It never really fails. It never fails. It absolutely never fails. It never fails, ladies and gentlemen. It never fails. It fucking never fails. People just keep on paying attention to shit which is utterly retarded. It's partially not your fault. Or like it's partially not people's fault, to keep it general. Because what you pay attention to is like promoted to be the best thing ever, you know what I'm saying? It is partially not your fault in that type of sense. Because we all live in some sort of society which is pushing shit which ain't in your highest favor. So of course, the first thing you see is something which ain't shit. So you pay attention to something which ain't shit, because that ain't shit thing is being pushed by the goddamn media, by goddamn your peers and whatnot. So it's partially not your fault, but partially it is your fault at the same time. So pay attention. No pun intended. Top 10 funny wordplays, no pun intended. So pay attention. Whatever you pay attention to is how you will imagine yourself. You know what I'm saying? And how you imagine yourself will be the basis of your character. So you have to take responsibility, accountability, and discipline and mindfulness when it comes to redirecting your focus. Goddamn shifting what you pay attention to, because whatever you pay attention to will be you. Bars! Let me repeat myself. Whatever you pay attention to will be you. And that who you are-ness, for the lack of better words, that thing which is now yourself, is all shaped based off your imagination. And once again, for the 10,000th time, your imagination is built based on whatever you pay attention to. When you pay attention to wanting to eat cookies 24/7, you become a person who wants to eat cookies 24/7. It is that simple. It is that motherfucking simple, you know what I'm saying? It is fucking crazily simple nowadays. Not even nowadays, it's always been extremely simple. But it is just that people don't have proper access to right things, which aren't like conducive to promoting your mental health. Nowadays, everybody has access, right? But what you have access to is not something which can help you, essentially. So you have to be goddamn responsible, and you have to be like a grown-up in your mind to use the tools you have access to actually be useful, you know what I'm saying? You have to be useful. Or like you have to make the tools you have been given useful. Because we all are being given tools to. We have like social media, we have a phone, we have an internet device, we have Wi-Fi, a house, we have so many things. But these tools are not automatically good. You have to make them good. You have to utilize them in an effective way. Because if you don't know how to maneuver your tools will be useless. You're not only as good as your tools. Your tools will never make you. What you have will never make you. Your phone will never make you. Your internet device will never make you. Your Wi-Fi will never make you. But what will make you is how you use these tools. Two people have a goddamn phone, right? One person blows up with their phone. One person becomes like a sensation on the internet. And the other person is just a consumer. The other person is addicted to their phone. You see? Two people were given the same phone, but they still create different results. Because what you have is never really what's truly the thing. It is how you use it. It is who you are, which is making what you have what it is. Bars, yeah, man, that shit sounds kinda sweet, man. Who you are makes what you have what it is. It makes it valuable. But an object is never valuable in and of itself. It is the person who is possessing the object, you know what I'm saying? Which makes the object valuable. From an astrological POV, Taurus comes after Aries. Meaning, whatever you have, whatever you possess, is only as good as you. It is only as valuable as you. For the lack of better words, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. Whatever you have is only valuable because you are valuable, because you know how to use that tool. And this is where we get back to the title once again. You! It's all about you, at least on my channel, and at least in reality, because I like to mimic reality. Not even mimic, I like to be like reality. I am fucking reality, you know what I'm saying? It all goes back to you, essentially. And you, whatever you label as you, is an abstraction. And that abstraction, your character, which is an abstract thing, essentially, is built through your imagination. And once again, your imagination is shaped based on whatever you pay attention to. So, once again, you have to take responsibility to what you pay attention to. And it gets very tricky in this world. Once again, it is not always your fault, it is only partially your fault, okay? So, it is very hard to conduct yourself in this world. It is not even very hard, but it can get very hard, okay? It can get very hard to conduct yourself in this world. Because this world, as it is, we have to call a spade, is fucking retarded. Everything which is promoted is not beneficial. It is not beneficial to be invested into. Like, I don't know, man. Things like university are promoted like crazy nowadays. Like, somebody may think you going to university will actually make you smart, will actually give you some common sense. But it won't. So whatever is being promoted and whatever you have easy access to, in most cases, is not even good as far as developing your goddamn self. As far as developing your goddamn persona. So you have to be goddamn mindful, you know what I'm saying? And this is what's so hard about Maintaining a clean imagination, maintaining a clear focus, and maintaining clear things to pay attention to. Because whatever is being put in front of your face, look at this, TikTok is being bad, look at Elon Musk, Elon Musk is going to nuke the goddamn Mars, whatever you're being paid, whatever is being put in front of your face is some fucking retarded shit. It is some fucking retarded shit. So it gets tricky, maintaining a clean imagination. Because your imagination is built on what you pay attention to. And whatever you pay attention to in most cases is some bullshit. Look at Elon Musk. It's some fucking retarded shit. You know what I'm saying? It is some fucking retarded shit. So it gets tricky. It gets motherfucking tricky. And on top of that, you will be disassociated. You will be like a black sheep if you don't pay attention to what everybody else is paying attention to. But what everybody else is paying attention to is some fucking bullshit. Man, I don't give a fuck about Jesus Christ hitting the griddy on like goddamn the Pacific Ocean or some shit like that, man. I don't give a fuck about Muhammad, goddamn, I don't know, man. Spitting some bars on some mountain or some shit like that, man. I don't give a rat's flying ass, man. We don't give a rat's flying ass. But if you say, nah, I don't give a rat's flying ass, now peer pressure comes to be. Or like now peer pressure kicks in. Because everybody pays attention to what's being canonized by media, by goddamn social media, the TV, parents, you name it. So if you go against that type of shit, you will receive some backlash. You will receive some adversity, like what's wrong with you? Everybody say this is nice. Everybody's saying this makes sense. Everybody knows that, come on. Everybody believes in Jesus. Come on, everybody pays attention to XYZ. So if you don't pay attention to XYZ, you will get like some sort of adversity by the world. At least so it appears to be. And this could also be tricky for people who are not as mentally strong. Because that shit is hard to goddamn, not even maintain, but that shit is hard to face. Yeah, there we go. That shit is hard to face. Backlash or like negativity or opposition is hard to face for a human being because they are trying to think and believe that opposition is something you need to run away from. But that's a whole different story. It actually is not even a whole different story. It all makes perfect sense. It all makes motherfucking perfect sense. So be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you pay attention to will be your goddamn imagination. It will be your goddamn imagination, man. But, as I was saying, nowadays what everybody's paying attention to is some shit which will lead them right to being broke, getting their girl stolen, dying maybe. I don't know, man. It's just leading to ruination. Whatever somebody's paying attention to nowadays will lead to ruination because just look at people's results. Just look at the motherfucker's result. Somebody at the age of 20 has no hairline, is broke as hell, has no friends, no bitches, no talents, but they are preaching some shit like, have you seen TikTok being destroyed? Have you seen Elon Musk flying to the goddamn Mars? Man, this is like crazy. People like that, man, at like 20 years old, having no hairline, no money, no bitches, no motion, no talents and whatnot, trying to preach you some shit. They're trying to tell you what they pay attention to. I don't give a fuck about what you pay attention to, because whatever you pay attention to has led you to lose your hairline, has led you to be broke, has made you goddamn have no friends, etc. You know what I'm saying? So peep a motherfucker's result. Don't listen to people who you don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? This is fucking crazy. Don't listen to people who you don't want to be like, okay? Keep that shit in mind, man. If you don't want to be like that person, you don't pay attention to them. Hence, I don't pay attention to damn near nobody. Damn near nobody, because I don't want to be like people I see. I don't want to be, I don't know, in debt for the rest of my life at the age of 50, so I don't listen to my goddamn family members. I don't listen to my uncles. I don't listen to my goddamn friends, partially, you know, friends, I'm saying friends. I don't listen to my peers, there you go. I don't listen to my peers, because my peers are creating results I don't want to create. It's that simple. And this is also rooted in what you pay attention to. When you pay attention to somebody, you will create their results, because if you pay attention to somebody, you will imagine that person, or you will imagine what that person will imagine. And in some way, you will create the same results they create. So be careful who you even pay attention to. It is crazy. If y'all noticed, maybe all my astrological inclined peeps noticed, I'm talking about the Leo energy right here in this whole live stream. This is like the fifth house, or like Leo in and of itself. And that shit sextiles Gemini, your environment, your goddamn circle, Gemini. Whatever you pay attention to, Leo sextiles Gemini, your circle, your environment. So, whatever you pay attention to in your environment, I meant to say it goes like this, man. In your environment, you will pay attention to things by default because you only pay attention to things in your environment. It is that simple. If I am in your environment through your phone or like in real life, face to face, you will pay attention to me. So you only pay attention to shit which is in your environment in some way, shape, or form, which is in close approximation, which is in close arm reach, which is in your goddamn arm reach. You only pay attention to shit which is in your surroundings. Keep that shit in mind. If you pay attention to me right now, that means you have a phone, you go on YouTube and you watch my channel because that shit is in your environment. Your phone is in your environment, hence you pay attention to me because I am in your environment in some way, shape, or form. Whether digitally or like physically. But it goes like that, man. Whatever you see, whatever you pay attention to is in your goddamn environment. So peep your environment. Try your hardest to create and conduct a very peaceful and nice and beneficial environment. Your environment will shape you after all. Your environment will make you. It will make you. And this is not to be interpreted as you being at the mercy of your environment. It goes like this, man. A strong person will be the environment. Let me repeat myself. A strong person will be the environment. Even from an astrological POV part 2. Aries, the self, the person, who you are, is sextiling Gemini as well. Who you are will build the environment. At least if you are a strong individual. Check this out right here. Imagine you're in a group circle and 5 people are in a group with you. So you're like 6 people all together. Let me ask you a question. How is the vibe of this group association determined? What determines the vibe of this 6 people, of the constellation of these 6 people? The strongest person in character. The strongest person in character will have the most charismatic and impactful and influential expressions. Hence, the whole group will pay attention to that person the most. Meaning, the strongest person in character will be the environment. Hence, there is a huge synchronicity between Aries, Gemini, and Leo. Trine, sextile. You know what I'm saying? Or like trine, sextile. Not like trine, yeah, trine, sextile, trine. More like this. Aries, Gemini, sextile. Leo, trine and sextile once again. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, the strongest person will be the environment. And strength is not to be defined or like goddamn measured based on some physical attributes. Strength is measured based on character. Who has the strongest character? Who has the most confidence? Who has the most influence? This is what I mean when I talk about strength. The strongest person will be the goddamn environment in and of itself. The strongest, Leo, strength, person, Aries, will be the environment. Gemini, you know what I'm saying? So, you need to pay attention to shit which makes your individuality shine, which makes you strong. You need to pay attention to shit which makes you strong, because if you are a strong individual now, through gaining influence and confidence, not influence as in social media, motion, likes and attention and whatnot, influence as in strength within yourself. If you pay attention to shit which helps you develop your character, you will become the environment. And everybody will pay attention to you. Not on some narc shit. Not on some, everybody look at me type shit. But on some shit like you are the most influential person in the room. You know what I'm saying? As far as you set the theme. Everything goes around you. By default, this kind of sounds narky because we talk about Leo and Aries right here. It's like both sun energies. The sun is exalted in Aries and it's at home in goddamn Leo. So when we talk about shit like this, by default, it sounds narky, it sounds kind of egotistical and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess look beyond the words, look beyond the goddamn words. It's in the stars, it's in the fucking stars, man, it's in the fucking stars. But anyways, my guys, and my what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you motherfucking something. It goes even so far that whatever you pay attention to will be in your literal dreams, will be in your dreams at night, you know, when you're like, when you're like sleeping like a motherfucker. Whatever you pay attention to will manifest into physical dreams, as far as like literal dreams. Because you cannot dream about something which is not inside of your mind. And whatever is inside of your mind, your imagination, is based on what you're focused on. So even your literal dreams are based on your imagination. I meant to say on your attention. Your literal dreams are based on your attention. So if you have nightmares constantly at night, you pay attention to some fucked up shit in your wake life, you know what I'm saying? When you're plagued by nightmares. Oh, I had a nightmare. I was dreaming some dude was fucking my bitch and I was doing nothing. I just watched him fuck my bitch. I was dreaming last night I was broke as hell. I was dreaming I lost all my goddamn savings on sports betting. If you have constant nightmares about some shit like that, it's all backed and supported by you paying attention to shit which is goddamn negative in your wake life. So keep that shit in mind. Keep that shit in mind. Essentially, it's all about keeping your focus clean. Keeping your goddamn focus clean is like the word of the hour, the word of this live stream. Now I'm saying, your life can be so easy, man. Life can be so fucking easy, man. I talk like in a very simple way because life is that easy. At least my life is that easy, man. I'm not involved in some bullshit. I'm not involved in some obesity, brokenness, ugliness, untalentedness. Your boy is not involved in that, man. Your boy is not involved in that, man. I am not involved in that, man. I am not involved in that. Because I choose to ghost things. I choose to ghost and to disassociate with certain things which are leading to ruination. You know what I'm saying? People are associated with things which lead to ruination. They pay attention to their phone too much. They pay attention to some goddamn retarded games too much. They pay attention to some retarded people too much. Check this out. They do this too much. Hence, they manifest retardation. It's that simple. It is that simple. I mean, what should I expect if you do this 24/7? You yourself will be retarded. 1 + 1 = 2, you know what I'm saying? So, on top of that, when you are off your phone, when your phone is like being taken away from you, you pay attention to some negative shit inside of yourself. I guess I look ugly as fuck. I'm not blonde. I don't have blue eyes. I don't have blonde hair. I'm not 6 feet plus. On top of that, you pay attention to negative shit inside of yourself. So you're geeking when you're on your phone, and you're geeking when you're off your phone inside of yourself. So of course you will manifest results which are atrocious. To put it nicely. Of course you will manifest results which are atrocious. To keep it nicely. Atrocious. Fucking atrocious, ladies and gentlemen. Atrocious. Atrocious as hell. Atrocious as hell. Atrocious as hell. But don't worry, y'all. I wouldn't be the great Messiah Mello. I wouldn't be your Lord and Savior if I wouldn't have a solution. So check this out. All my obese peeps, all my receding hairline peeps, all my insecure peeps, I have the solution. Check this out. Listen up. Listen up, man. Listen up. What you have to do, pal, is check this out. You have to do this, pal. You have to do this, man. Disassociate with what you pay attention to on a daily. It's that simple. It is that simple. Disassociate yourself from the things you pay attention to on a daily. It is really that simple. It is that motherfucking simple. Because if you disassociate yourself from the things you pay attention to on a daily, you will manifest different results. It is that simple. It is that simple. Why did I even stand up, man? What the fuck? I don't know, man. I guess I have no choice but to stand up, man. I just can't sit down, man. I have to stand on my shit, man. Everything is for a reason. I have to stand on my shit, man. So, as I was saying, Whatever you focus on, whatever you pay attention to, will be who you are. And if you don't like who you are, if you manifest results which are like goddamn atrocious, to say the least, you have to focus on different things. And the first step to focus on different things is to goddamn disassociate yourself from the things you was previously paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? So, if you was previously paying attention to some bullshit, you have to disassociate from that bullshit to manifest different results. Because your character is manifested based on what you pay attention to. It is that simple, as I was saying. If you manifest results, such as having your hairline being taken away from you at 20, if you have a receding hairline at like 20, if you are like broke as hell at like 20, if you have no motion at like 20, if you have like no talents and you're 20, you pay attention to some shit which is fucking atrocious. So you have to disassociate from whatever you pay attention to. It is that simple, as I was saying. It is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It is that simple. Shout to Mr. Mysterio. Shout to Old Boy. It is that simple. It is really that simple. But, god damn it, this is why I talk in a very simplistic type of way, because things are simple. At least my life is simple. I'm not affiliated with some retardation. You don't see me, I don't know, being ugly beyond physically. You physically included. You don't see me being broke as hell. You don't see me being untalented. You don't see me being retarded. Because I don't pay attention to retarded shit. You are your focus. And as I was saying earlier, it is partially not your fault, because whatever is being promoted is some retardation. Everything which is promoted is like unattractive, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like this is promoted, man. Oh, check this out, TikTok is being bad. Check this out, Elon Musk is flying to space. Check this out, iShowSpeed is having like a goddamn collaboration with Kai Cenat. And this is what people are paying attention to, some retarded shit. But it's partially not your fault, because that retardation is goddamn being pushed in front of your face. It is shoved in front of your face. Look at iShowSpeed. Nothing against speed, but you know the sentiment. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Jesus Christ. Some shit like that is being put in your face, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's partially not your fault. At least if you don't know any better. If you don't know any better, it is partially not your fault. Because things are promoted for a reason. And that reason is your ruination, your damnation, your retardation, your everything nation, your retardation, your confusing nation, your goddamn ruination, everything. The reason for things to be promoted so violently is because people want to see your downfall. They want to see your downfall. They want to see your downfall. This system is based on wanting to see your downfall, unless you have questionable as intentions, such as being a PDF file, such as being somebody who likes to kill people. If your intentions are impure, you will be promoted, because this system is based on negativity. Check this out. If I would make a TikTok right now about some healthy shit, and if I would make a TikTok about some retarded shit, like today I was going to Wendy's and when I was at Wendy's I was smacking a goddamn employee upside down. What do you think will get more attraction? Me talking about some nice shit or me talking about some negative shit? Hi guys, today I went to Wendy's, and when I was at Wendy's, I was beating everybody up. I was stealing everything. I was goddamn causing some homicide. I was goddamn causing a genocide in my local Wendy's. Call me King Von. Some shit like that is what gets attention. Some shit like that is what gets popularity in this world. You know what I'm saying? So it's partially not your fault. As I was saying, partially. It is partially not your fault. It is not entirely not your fault, but it is partially not your fault. So don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be too hard on yourself. You said right. I don't see you paying attention to retard space concepts or dumb streams. Thanks, bro. Yes, sir, because I like to keep myself clean. I have self-respect. And everybody needs to have self-respect. When you value yourself, you will create value. You will be a valuable person. When you value yourself, you will do everything in your power to be healthy, to make yourself worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Beyond some money shit. Beyond some gaining views and gaining likes shit. This is not all about gaining likes, being online, flashing your dick in the camera, getting 10,000 views and making 10,000 bets. This is about some personal shit, because your personality is What's the most important thing in life? That shit sounded like some shit like some ugly dude would say, yeah, only personality matters. But in all actuality, personality does matter. Who you are is what's the most important shit in life. Because who you are is something which is unescapable. Wherever you go, there you are. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. Wherever you go, there you are. So, when you value yourself, you will make yourself in a way which is goddamn beautiful. You will go down every line of reasoning there is to make yourself a better person. You take care of your physical health, you take care of your mental health, you take care of your goddamn finances, your goddamn emotional health, you name it. You will be a good person, a better person for yourself, when you value yourself. And this is why some cliche shit like, value yourself is one of the most powerful shit to do. Because when you truly value yourself, you will create everything you need. You know what I'm saying? So keep that shit in mind, man. When you value yourself, you will create results. Fuck! I burnt myself. You will create results which are goddamn it beautiful. Moving on. Moving on from the topic. I goddamn burnt myself. Damn it! Fuck! Goddamn burnt myself like a motherfucker. God motherfucking damn. A good sign to separate. When you burn yourself, it is time to separate. You know what I'm saying? When you burn yourself, it is time to separate. One thing about fire signs. When you don't peep how you are being too clingy, they will burn your ass. They will crash out on your ass. Fire signs are like crash outs. At least if you smother a fire sign. When you smother a fire sign space, they will crash out on your ass because they don't like to be smothered. They don't like to be confronted. A fire sign is very claustrophobic. If you are way too close to a fire sign, they will crash out on your ass, man. They will crash out on your motherfucking ass, to say the least, man. To say the motherfucking least. I just got burned. I just got motherfucking burned. Not by a fire sign, but by my goddamn heating system. Check this out. That shit burnt me like a motherfucker, man. That shit burnt me like a motherfucker, man. That shit... fuck, man. That shit hurts like a motherfucker. Moving on. It's time to move on. It's time to separate. It's even Aquarius season in a couple hours. So it is time to disassociate yourself from shit which is irrelevant. You need to focus on different things. Because Aquarius, without being too astrological right now, let's just make a quick astrological sidebar for everybody, because this live stream is not about astrology, but check this out. It is Aquarius season in a couple hours. Like, in 4 hours for me. 3 hours and 50 minutes for me. So, Aquarius is about association and disassociation. It is not all about associating yourself, it's also all about disassociating yourself. When you disassociate yourself, you goddamn separate. You will separate. And this is a perfect correlation to my title, to my goddamn live stream. Separation. Your focus needs to be clean through separation. Without separation, you cannot create something beautiful. Because when you are too connected, which is the opposite of separation, you will be close to everything. This color, this desire, you will be connected to everything when you don't separate at all from things. You will be connected to everything. And when you are connected to everything, you will create ugliness. It is like 10,000 colors coming together, creating some ugly ass goddamn colors, some gray matte color, some brown, dark, black, gray, no racist shit. You know what I'm saying? No racist shit. When you mix too many things together, when you are connected to this, when you are connected to that, etc., you will create darkness. Too many things coming together. It's like compression. And compression builds heaviness. Nobody likes to be heavy. Compression builds sluggishness, heaviness, darkness, fatigueness, etc., mentally speaking. When you are too connected to things mentally, you're connected to this, connected to this, connected to that, connected to this, you will create a very dark and heavy mind. And this is something we need to learn in Aquarius season, or like in life in general. We need to dismantle whatever we pay attention to in most cases, because the world is the way it is. Whatever we pay attention to is some destructive ass shit. Nobody gives a fuck about Elon Musk right now. Nobody gives a fuck about TikTok. People do give a fuck about TikTok, but it is just their own failure to have something worthwhile going on. But anyways, you get the drill. You get the drill like a UK person would, man. You get the drill like a UK person would. This association is vital to have a clean mind. Disassociating mentally speaking means that you get rid of everything which is too much. Because being connected to everything mentally is doing too much. You will do too much. This is you being too much in your Leo space. I'm a Leo. Trust me, I know. Sometimes when you are connected to everything, when you are goddamn in everybody's faces, mentally speaking and like even physically speaking, you do too much. And when you do too much, you will look fucking ugly. So be careful, don't do too much. Initiate some separation to have your goddamn focus clear. It is fucking vital. It is very vital. At least if you value yourself. I mean, if you don't value yourself, do you. Do you. Do as you will. And one thing I like to address before I leave is this right here. Talking about fantasy, because fantasy is also linked to this whole topic of paying attention to shit. Fantasy. People are only so important because of your fantasy. People in and of themselves ain't shit whatsoever. They ain't shit whatsoever. But it just so happens. By the way, sorry if I'm way too loud. Let me back up my goddamn microphone. There we go. People in and of itself ain't shit. Nobody is shit. Nobody is shit. But nobody is the shit nowadays. So, it just so happens that your imagination makes somebody more important than what they truly are. Because you fiend for attention, you fiend for validation. And that hallucination, your imagination is like your hallucination. Whatever you imagine is what you hallucinate about. Believe it or not, man. Beyond some LSD type shit. Beyond some schizophrenia type shit. Whatever you imagine is what you will hallucinate about. Which is just a daydream. It's just a delusion to keep it less spooky and to make it simple. But anyways. People, in and of themselves, they ain't shit. They just appear to be somebody because you imagine themselves to be a certain way. It is because of your projection. It is very common amongst young men nowadays. A young man seeing a woman which ain't shit. That woman is about absolutely nothing in her life. But your imagination, your projection makes that woman the shit. Now that woman becomes your glorious queen. Now that woman becomes like goddamn Jesus Christ in the flesh or some shit like that, man. You worship that fucking woman. Because your projection, not because that woman is so important and so beautiful and whatnot. It is because of your projection. Your projection makes somebody attractive because you hallucinate shit. You project some shit onto people which they don't even deserve. What I'm saying, it goes like this. It goes like this, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody who ain't shit, somebody who's just about nothing, somebody who's very toxic, somebody who's very ass, somebody who's very negative mentally speaking, gets nothing done, just uses people, etc., etc., etc. You tend to make that person important because of your individual projection, because what you expect and what you fantasize about, what you dream about. Because in a lot of cases, whatever we fantasize about, no homo pause, not even no homo pause, even on some sexual shit, whatever we fantasize about is what we extremely lacked. Whatever we extremely lack, we fantasize about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It goes like this. Somebody with a traumatic childhood, for an example, who lacked, I guess, care from his mother or from her mother, has a weird fantasy now of wanting their partner to take care of them in an extreme manner. So if that person sees somebody who's not on that care nature, who's not even caring in the first place, that person will project some fantasy on that person, which makes that person to be in a way which that person truly ain't. Because of your damaged fantasy. Your damaged fantasy, your goddamn imagination is making something more than what they truly are. So keep that in mind. It is like crazy, it hit me a couple days ago, or like, yeah, a couple days ago, it hit me a couple days ago. When I was late at night inside of my bed trying to sleep. I was like thinking about something. The people I pay attention to ain't shit. They absolutely objectively ain't shit. But it is just that my attention or like my imagination about them is what's making them so important. So I did something. I lessened my level of care. I was more distant, I was more dry, I was more not caring, for the lack of better words. And if I lessened my level of care because I saw people for what they truly are, the whole dynamic changed. I saw everybody's true colors because I was blinded by my own projection and imagination about people. Your own projection and imagination about people makes you blind to reality. It makes people be exalted, even though they are about nothing. So when you finally drop your fantasies and your goddamn lust for attention and your lust for validation and project that shit onto people, when you finally drop that shit, you see people for what they truly are, and you will be like goddamn almost disgusted by your own self. Because how could you make somebody so important? It is like crazy. How could you make somebody so important while all along that person wasn't shit? But that person just appeared to be the shit because of my delusion. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. And once again, your individual delusions are built by what you pay attention to. Whatever you pay attention to will build your fantasies, delusions, hallucinations, and goddamn illusions, etc. So be careful with whatever you focus on, because that shit will build your goddamn reality. It will build your fucking reality. It fucking does. It motherfucking does, ladies and gentlemen. God damn! This water is like cold as hell. Ah, my teeth. What the fuck? Anyways, my whatnot. It's like, oh, that shit is trippy like a motherfucker. That shit is trippy as hell. It is like you seeing reality for the first time. When you finally drop your delusions, when you finally diminish or like destroy your delusions about people, and you see people for what they truly are, and you no longer see people based on your projections, that shit slaps like a motherfucker, man. That shit slaps harder than Bruce Lee himself, man. I kid ya not, man. That shit kicks harder than goddamn Bruce Lee, Chun-Li, Jackie Chan, and whoever else. That shit is crazy. Now you see reality for the first time. You see what people are for the first time, or how people are for the first time. And you have no choice but to feel very retarded about yourself when you finally see people for what they truly are. And you only cannot see people for what they truly are because you cling to your expectations way too much. You cling onto your fantasies way too much. Hence, you have trouble seeing things for what they truly are. It is all because of your individual delusions. Once a fucking again, last time I'm repeating myself. Your delusions and your fantasies are all based on whatever the hell you choose to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell you chose to pay attention to will build your fucking delusions, illusions, etc. So, you are what you pay attention to. And that shit is not something which is some milli vanilli shit. It is not something which is easy and like la la la, also unimportant. That shit is very important. Because we goddamn abuse our focus to some shit which is irrelevant. I mean, how many times we do shit we don't even give a fuck about, like being on social media, but when we get off social media, we realize how we wasted our time. We do shit we don't even give a fuck about, not we, but people tend to do shit they don't even give shit about, you know what I'm saying? This world is tricky. This world is really tricky. But you are no weakling, you are no goddamn helpless little baby, everything is so harsh, no. You are no weakling, you are no goddamn helpless motherfucker. You have all the tools it takes to navigate your life in a better way. So, it's all up to you, as it always been, and as it always is. It's all up to you. What are you going to do? Bars. It's all up to you. What are you going to do? That's like the question. And this is something you cannot neglect. You cannot disregard. You cannot disregard that type of question, that famous question. What do you do? What the fuck are you doing? Because people have also a weird delusion, talking about delusions, talking about fantasies. People have a very weird fantasy. They think something will be given to them. Subconsciously. Even if you don't believe in some Jesus type shit, subconsciously, people believe someday things will be given to them. Yeah, someday Jesus will come and just grant me something. Or like if you're not religious. Yeah, someday things will be resolved by themselves. Yeah, someday everything will be taken care of. No! Nothing will be taken care of by itself. At least in most cases. In most cases, things will not be taken care of by themselves. It is not that way. It's all dependent based on who you are. You have to take care of shit, because if you don't take care of shit, things will be left unresolved forever and forever and forever and forever. I mean, it is reality. If you have like a child, if you are a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Things will not take care of itself. Your child will not take care of itself. And everything is like your child. Everything is like your creation. Responsibilities, your circumstance, everything is like your child. And a child will never take care of itself. The child will always wait for the parent. Daddy, daddy, please come back. Daddy, daddy. Your child will always seek its parent, which is you. Or like, who is you? You are the parent. You are the fucking parent. So it is goddamn a parent. Bars. It is a parent. You are the parent of your creations. Everything is your creation. Whatever you goddamn created is your creation. Your circumstance, how you feel, how you look right now, your health, your goddamn financial situation, everything is your child. And your child will wait for you. Your child will never take care of itself. So what on earth are you waiting for? Tell me, what the fuck are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? Shout out to Cameron. Shout out to your bro. Shout out to goddamn Cameron and Mr. Mysterio. Peace out. I appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out, man. Also, Rich. So, whatever you choose to create is something you have to take care of. Even from an astrological POV. Creation is like Cancer and Leo. Your heart space, and both are your heart space. Cancer is your heart space, and Leo is also your heart space. It is just that Cancer is your internal heart space, and Leo is how you express your heart space. So from an astrological POV, creation, or like your children, is like linked to the Leo and Cancer energy. And what comes right after Cancer and Leo? Virgo. So whatever you create is your responsibility. Whatever you create is your responsibility. And you create goddamn everything. Circumstances, situations, physical children, you name it. You fucking name it. Whatever you create is your responsibility. And things will never take care of itself. It's always up to you to be the adult. It's always up to you to be the goddamn parent. So what on earth are you waiting for? Your child will not raise itself. It just won't. Your child will never raise itself. It's always waiting for daddy. Or mommy. But some of y'all are responsible parents. Irresponsible parents. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all are irresponsible parents. Your child is like screaming, why is daddy not home? Why is mommy not home? Mom, why are we broke? Dad, why are we broke? Some of y'all are irresponsible parents. Mentally speaking, and Lord forbid physically speaking. Because y'all don't have your priorities straight. Y'all play Fortnite all day. Y'all play goddamn video games all day. Y'all are scrolling on your phone all day. Y'all are jerking off all day. So y'all children will not y'all children will not receive any care. Because daddy is busy right now. I'm jerking off, child. Daddy's busy right now. I'm eating Takis, child. Daddy's busy right now. I'm playing Fortnite, child. Because you are irresponsible. And if you are irresponsible, your child will grow up to be ain't shit. To be a fucking nobody. So, have your priorities straight, don't be no reprobate. You know what I'm saying? My favorite goddamn proverb. Have your priorities straight, don't be no reprobate. You know what I'm saying? Have your fucking priorities straight. Life is that simple. Life is that simple. Life is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Life is that simple. Life is that simple. It is that simple. It is very simple. So what on earth are you doing? Keyword, what on earth? Not in your mind, in your fantasies. I'm saving the world, but all you're doing is playing Minecraft. I'm saving the world, but all you're doing is goddamn eating Takis on your goddamn mama's couch. I'm taking care of myself, but all you're doing is watching videos online 24/7 without putting in any action. You know what I'm saying? It is not all about your delusions. It is what you're doing, which is making the change. Yeah, give me 2 seconds, I have to piss. I'll be right back. Hi. Well, school my guys goes what my part 10,000. Did you know what I just realized while I was taking a piss with my dick out? Do you know what I just realized? Check this out. Expressing yourself is like your joy and like your high in your life. I was like cheesing when I was like with my dick out and pissing like a motherfucker. I was like this. I was like happy and geeked as hell, man. Because I'm expressing myself straight for like 1 hour or like 45 minutes. 55 minutes. 55 minutes. When you express yourself, you tend to be happy. You will be happy because this is your joy. Expressing yourself is your joy. It is your goddamn arousement in life. It is your happiness. Hence, Leo is linked to happiness. Hence, a Leo is happy 24/7. I'm a Leo, if y'all didn't notice. Have y'all ever seen me in a depressed mood? You only see me in two moods. Happy, excited, passionate. Because my mouse is also conjuncting my sun. But anyways. Expressing yourself is your joy. Expressing yourself makes you happy. Happy like a motherfucker. Happy like a motherfucker. So, we go for 4 more minutes and then we will dip because now we hit 1 hour. We are about to hit 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah. We're about to hit 1 hour. But anyways. Expressing yourself is like your fun, your joy, your happiness. And then don't let nobody take away your happiness in life. When somebody is taking away your ability to express yourself, you are bound to be unhappy. So don't let nobody take away your happiness. Because we all like to laugh. We all like to be happy. So don't let nobody take away your self-expression type shit. Don't. Just fucking don't. If you do, you won't be happy. You won't be happy. You won't be happy. As I was saying, expressing yourself makes you very happy. There is a reason why after every live stream and during every live stream I feel high as hell, I feel happy as hell because I'm expressing myself truly and genuinely. Everybody's different, so my genuine expressions are linked to some creative shit, some funny shit, some spiritual shit, etc, etc, etc. Anytime you're genuine, you're doing everything right. It's all about genuinity, it's all about genuinity, it's all about being genuine, it's all about being genuine, okay? Being genuine will beat everything. You know what I'm saying? It will beat everything. It will beat everything. Even your crack snorting addiction. Even your jerking off addiction. You know what I'm saying? Even your insecurity about having no hairline. Genuinity will beat everything. It will beat everything. It will beat everything. You know what I'm saying? It will beat everything. Because when you're genuine, with genuinity, how's that shit called? Genuinity. When you're genuine, when you're fucking genuine, you will beat everything. Being genuine is a superpower. This is like raw honesty, purity. You will go back to your pure center on some spiritual, mystical type shit. You will go back to your pure center. You know what I'm saying? So always strive for genuineness. Genuineness. Is that even a word? Let me look it up. Let me look the goddamn word up. Give me 2 seconds. It's genuinity. I said genuinity. Genuinity is genuinity. So genuinity will beat goddamn everything. If you're truly genuine with genuinity, you will beat everything. It will lead you back to purity. And purity is just another fancy word for clarity. Because now your delusions are shattered in genuinity. Strive for genuinity. Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else does not matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. It just fucking doesn't. And don't be so worried about what people think about you. That shit also doesn't matter. It's like synthetic. It's like all smokes and mirrors. Insecurities are all smokes and mirrors. Fucking smokes and mirrors. And you won't get high. You will only go down. Insecurities are smokes and mirrors. And you will not get high as hell from that smoke. You will be down as hell from that smoke. You know what I'm saying? You see? Don't even give in. Don't even give in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even give in, you know what I'm saying? Do not even give in. Do not give in, ladies and gentlemen. Repetition is like also a superpower, hence I'm always repeating shit, because if you repeat something over and over again, it will be ingrained inside of your brain. It will be goddamn written in your brain if you repeat something over and over and over and over again. Not to say I'm repeating myself 24/7, but In some rare occasions, I'm repeating myself because when you repeat yourself, you tend to understand something. Of what good is initiating one point, going to the next point, going to the next point, going to the next point without properly elaborating that point? Elaboration is in some way repetition or like expansion on one point. It's making something which exists already bigger. It's like in some way implosion. You make a point, you go back to that point and you make it even bigger. Instead of creating a whole new point. But y'all get the drill. Y'all get the drill like a UK person would. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask a question because I will leave at any damn moment. If nobody has a question, I will drop one final fun fact. All my life, people said there is something wrong about me being happy 24/7. And I'm not happy 24/7, but I'm happy in a lot of cases. And for some strange reason, people had a problem with that, man. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. They are miserable. This is why they had the problem with me being happy and jolly 24/7. Not 24/7, but you know, in most cases. In most cases. In most cases. Some hate it that I'm happy 24/7 because they are miserable. But that's a whole different story. Maybe we will talk about that shit in another live stream. You know what I'm saying? In another live stream in which we will talk about how everything is a mirror. Or like how everything is. Or when you hate somebody, you only hate yourself. We will talk about that in a different live stream. When you hate somebody, you only hate yourself. With that being said, how late is it? It is exactly... Okay, I think I will head out now. I appreciate you for watching. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, stay safe. Keep your focus clean. Keep your attention clean. Pay attention to right things. And keep your imagination clean, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, y'all. I see you guys soon enough.